probably tried to pass multiple prop firm challenges and keep hitting a wall. Maybe you almost hit the profit target and then crash, or worse, you never even get close. Trust me, that's more common than you think. I've been there. Blown thousands on challenges, blamed psychology, and thought it just wasn't for me. Fast forward to today, I'm fully funded, part of scale up programs, and consistently withdrawing profits. I truly understand your situation, so today I want to lay out a full step by step plan, the same one I wish someone had handed me when I started. If your goal is to get funded this year, this is the blueprint for you. Whether you're starting from scratch or you've been trading for years, the key lies in asking the right questions. I'll also be revealing my unique rebirth protocol, a concept I've never shared publicly until now. Start with the foundation, asking the right questions. One of the most underrated edges in trading is inquiry. In my program, we call this the clarity advantage, the power of asking meaningful questions tailored to where you are in your journey. Because even the most accurate answers won't help if the question is irrelevant. Here's a silly but useful example. If your goal is to become a better trader, asking how to bake a cake won't help, even if the answer is perfect. So, the clarity advantage is all about aligning your questions with your current stage. And the most important question for every trader is, do I have a profitable edge? If the answer is no, that's your only priority for the next 3 6 months. A lot of people try to pass challenges with zero proven edge. Even if they pass, they can't keep the account. Consistency wins, not luck. To build that edge, there are two paths, free or paid. Everything you need is out there for free. You just have to find it and put it together. Or you can invest in guidance that organizes and personalizes the info for you. I offer both, a free hour-long training and my structured mentorship program. Either way, remember this: you're always paying, either with money or with time. You could take 3 years learning on your own and eventually get funded, or you could cut that time dramatically with the right guidance. I personally took the fast lane, but both are valid depending on your situation. Now, let's dive into that edge. If you can't backtest your setup and prove profitability, you shouldn't be buying any challenge. Simple. No matter where you find your strategy, online or in a course, what matters is proving that it works. Once you have your edge, the next pillar is market direction. Most people are asking the wrong question: how can I be profitable? The right question is: how can I predict market direction consistently? When you shift your focus to that, your trading changes completely. Direction comes first, then comes execution. If your read on a market is wrong, no amount of flawless execution will help. Once you master direction, execution becomes a lot more effective. Then comes the next essential: risk management. Without it, every drawdown feels like a death sentence. Without it, you give up after one bad streak. Without it, you overtrade and blow up. You need a personalized risk plan based on your style, your goals, and your challenge rules. We've developed a system we call the risk framework, which has helped dozens get funded this year alone. But even without our tool, you need to ask: how many trades do I plan per week? How long do I want to spend on the challenge? How does that affect my risk per trade? If you can't answer that, don't take the challenge yet. Also, remember, different prop firms have different contract sizes and execution models. For example, a one lot trade on one firm might be equivalent to 10 lots on another. Not knowing this leads to overexposure and failure. Once you've got direction, execution, and risk dialed in, now you're ready for a challenge. But this is where the mental game begins. Challenges trigger a mindset trap I call the expectation spiral. You go in expecting to win, then hit a losing streak, and suddenly your mind spirals. You feel like the challenge is over and you start sabotaging yourself. This is where the reality sync method comes in. Expect every trade to lose. Seriously. Before placing a trade, ask: Why could this trade fail? There are always reasons. Maybe it's the daily trend, maybe it's news, maybe it's a support zone you're ignoring. By identifying what could go wrong, you reduce the emotional hit when things don't go as planned. This brings your expectations closer to reality and keeps you grounded. And finally, we reach the rebirth protocol, my most personal and powerful framework. This is for those who've failed multiple challenges, burned out, and feel like quitting. Is what you do. Review every past mistake, journal them, understand what you repeatedly do wrong, then step away, reset, come back with new clarity, new discipline, and a system you trust. That's how you rise, like a phoenix. I know it sounds intense, but I've seen this work for traders who were at rock bottom. You can absolutely get funded this year if you ask better questions, develop a real edge, manage risk properly, and rebuild your mental game. It's not a matter of if, just I've failed more times than I can count in my early years. I stayed stuck in break even, deep into losses, and I've failed more times than I can count in my early years. I stayed stuck in break even, deep into losses, and now I live off the markets with multiple funded accounts and consistent payouts. This is possible. If you're serious, you can start with my free guide, over an hour of training. And if you're ready for real guidance, the mentorship program is there. We dive deep into every concept I mentioned: rebirth protocol, reality sync, risk framework, clarity advantage, and more. You've got this. Keep going. Your breakthrough might be closer than you think.